Good morning, or I guess good afternoon or good evening, wherever you're watching from. My name is Alicia. You can call me Crafty Al, and welcome to Crafty Tuesday, episode 3. I am so glad that you're here. If you are here over in the live chat, I do have a little poll going. You're going to help me choose what colors I use today. So I'll give a couple minutes for you to get your answer or your vote in for that. If you are watching on replay, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Let us know where you're watching from down in the comment section and include the hashtag replay. As you come into the live chat today, make sure that your chat box is on live chat or all comments, I think it says, just so you're seeing the latest messages come through from your crafty friends. Scrolling along the bottom, I do have a request. As I get into crafting, it's kind of hard for me to see every single one of your messages. So if it is a question or a comment specifically for me, if it's just general, hey everybody, or a general crafty question, you can put that over there for anybody to answer. But if it's something specifically you would like me to see or answer, please either tag me by starting to type in at call me Crafty Al over there, and then it will highlight it on my end. Now, if you're on a mobile device, you probably can't do that. So type in Alicia or Crafty Al all in caps, and then I'll be able to see that easily. Which reminds me, I might need to type a message over there so you can tag me. So, oops, let me spell it correctly. There we go. Now you should be able to tag me just fine. I want to give everybody couple minutes to get in, so I want to go over some updates and reminders. All right, I put stuff on my desktop so I wouldn't forget what I needed to talk about. First of all, this color wheel represents Craft Roulette, and I am going to be the guest this Friday night. So I hope that you will join us. If you have already seen Craft Roulette and you know what it is, if people over in the chat have questions, I'd love for you to answer that. But it is a super fun, crafty game show. I have a link so you can set a reminder down in the description box below. In fact, everything that I'm going to be sharing now, I will have links about it in the description box. I think it says related links or videos or something. So if you want to check any of this out, you can look down there for all of those links. Second of all, I am up on the Tailored Expressions channel today, and they are releasing some of their gift with purchases from last year and doing some add-ons. On my video today, I made this set of 4 sympathy cards. I used the same kind of technique on all of them, but I wanted to show them in different colors. On the inside too, to kind of clean off my brushes and add some extra color, I did that. But I hope that once we're done here, you'll go watch that video, leave me a little thumbs up and a comment over there. And speaking of thumbs ups, I did want to highlight a comment. So Barbara Rogers says, already gave my stamp of approval. Remember to give yours. Yes, I would love it if you would give your stamp of approval. And what that means here on my channel is giving the video a thumbs up, maybe sharing with a crafty friend, coworker, family member, neighbor, frenemy, whatever you like. Just somebody who you think might like to come join us for some crafty fun. Thank you for the reminder, Barbara. All right, so we did those. So yes, please go check out that video. Get its link below. Third, I brought in one of my sheet load cards from this month. And that is because this Saturday, a new live stream series is going to be starting here on my channel. And it is called Sheet Load Live. I'm going to be going live with 1 to 2 of my crafty friends using the latest sheet load of cards and chatting with you. So I hope that you'll be able to join us. It is Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Central Time. There is, again, the video is linked below so you can set a reminder. If you want to craft along with us, I would suggest pre-cutting your sheet load just so you can kind of assemble it. I don't think we'll be live long enough to do like the cutting and all of the assembly, but I hope it's a good time and I hope that you will be there. Finally, to do with this card and sheet load, If you didn't already know it, Not Too Shabby sponsored my first set this month with their junior box of the month. And not only did they give me a coupon code, which you can save 15% off on most non-club kit items, which again, guess where it's at? Down in the description box. But they sent me a junior box of the month to send to you. So I just wanted to get that out and give you a little peek. It is, you get a package of ephemera, 2 stamp sets, and a paper pad. And then they always send some little goodies here in the box as well. So there are a couple more days for you to enter to win that. You'll need to watch the process video, which is linked down there, to find out how to enter. So thanks again to Jamie for sponsoring this month. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what I'll be working with today, which... Sandra says, I have this stencil, so I'm super excited to see what you do. Awesome, Sandra. I'm going to be using, the main thing is the new Stencil of the Month from Spellbinders. This month, it is four floral background stencils. And then for this one here on the top left, you have a mask too if you do not want to ink blend that center. So I am going to be creating 4 cards because I forgot to even mention it. The goal of Crafty Tuesday is to get your goodies out and use them. So I will always, when I stop by, I'm going to be using the same product or tool and creating at least 2 projects. They could be cards, they could be tags, they could be other things, just to show you how to stretch it. So today we're going to make a quick and easy card set, just to show you how, you can use this same stencil set and the same die, but then get some different looks. We are going to choose the color palette together, which if you've been around very long, you know that I love my color cubes, guys. So I do have these linked below. I always get lots of questions, and it is just boxes of color cards. So I'm going to take the back one so I can put it away. Well, maybe the back couple. So in here, there are 250 cards in each, and they have a photo and then a color palette to go with them. So I like to, when I don't know what colors to use, or maybe I have those intricate die sets that require lots of different cuttings, and I don't know, what colors to use, right? Then I get these out and usually choose at random. I know a lot of you have these. You got them maybe for Christmas. So let everybody know what you think over in the chat box. And that is what the poll is about. Which one of those boxes, 1 or 2 that we will be using. So I'm going to give you just another minute if you're in the live chat to get your poll. Get your answer to the poll. And one thing I did just see, hold on. Danny, a welcome friend. She said she just got the notification, but I'm here. Yes, you are here and you are right in time. I was just doing some reminders. Now, if you ever do come into one of my lives late, what you want to do is go ahead and either play it at 2 times speed to catch up, or go ahead and jump to when we're live. I think in the past, some of you have thought that you were entering at the end because I always give a card or 2 away. You thought you were entering, but the video was actually ahead of where you were, because I always give 2 minutes and the lag is like 15 to 30 seconds. So make sure that if you do come in late, that you go ahead and just get caught up really quickly or jump to where you are live with us. So when I do the giveaway, that you are here for that and you can get entered. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so this is the other item that I'm going to be using on all the cards today from Spellbinders, and it is the high die here. Now, this is called Stitched High, and it does have questions for, sorry, I just saw a question over there, and yeah, this does not have questions. It has little holes for stitching, but I'm not going to do that today. I just like that big, bold hello. And speaking of questions, Julia has her, has put my name in all caps to help me see hers. And she says, if we sign up for the Spellbinders Stencil of the Month Club, do we get this stencil you're using today? That is a really good question. So I am pretty sure that, let's see, what's today? The 13th. So for new members, it went on sale on the 6th. And yes, I do believe there is still time to get in. I think it might run until the end of the month. It will tell you there which stencil set you'll be getting. And I do have links below if you want to check it out. Thank you. Great question. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end our poll about the color cube, and we'll see which box we're going to use. All right, it was pretty close, 54 to 45. We're going to use box number 2. So in box 2, oh, thank you. Chris says until the 27th. That is perfect. Thank you so much, Chris, for helping us out. All right. So box 2 has cards 251 through 500. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in and just randomly pick out 3. Now, I do reserve the right that if it's basically a monochromatic color palette, to re-choose, because I want to show the cards with a variety of colors instead of just different shades. So let's go here. Okay, that's pretty monochromatic, so I'm going to skip, but that is pretty. Hopefully they won't all be monochromatic that I pick out. Trying not to look. Okay. Okay, so we have that one. That is different. That's pretty monochromatic too. There's lots of pinks and then an orange. Sorry, maybe I should have just done like a random number generator. Okay, that's not. That does have, both of these actually have more colors than we need, but we're just going to do 4 total cards. And all right, here's our third. So I'm going to go ahead and just put, okay, they already are in number order. All right, I'm going to start a poll again. And I'm going to just make it easy so you guys don't have to try to see the numbers. All right. All right, so I'll give you 2 minutes to get your vote in for A, B, or C. And what I'll do is just create 4 different cards. Using those, we're going to be doing some tone-on-tone ink blending. So go ahead and get your vote in. And then what I'll do, once the winner is chosen, I will choose 4 of these colors. You know, like on this one, if this is what wins, I won't choose, 3 different purples. I'll choose a variety. Chris, Gloria, and Brenda, I need you to actually vote in the poll. Unfortunately, I cannot. I've tried it before where I'm like, oh, just put it in the comments. I can't count that up and keep track. So if you'll vote in the poll for me, that would be excellent. All right, we have about 30 seconds to get that vote in. Awesome. Gloria was just letting us know what she chose in the chat. Got it. Mary said that she loves her color box. It's been fun using them. I agree. I would probably use this every Crafty Tuesday, but you guys might get a little sick of it. I think I have used it 2 of the 3 episodes, though. All right, 1 second. All right, time to close that poll and see what won. And the winner is... Well, I closed the poll, but it doesn't want to give us an answer. I did see the winner, but I'm hoping that it will pop up. I don't know why it's not showing. Ah, there it is. It just took it a second. All right. So the winner is with 57%. So over half is going to be A, card number 265. So now what I'm going to do is bring in my cardstock ring. These are all of my Tailored Expressions cardstocks. So I'm just going to try to get a close match here, okay? You guys know that I love it. Over here on the left, I'm going to use that one. Let's see, I need 4. So yeah, I'm definitely going to use that. Mulled Wine, you know that it is one of my favorite Tailored Expressions colors. So I get out that. I just placed a TE order because Virtual Stamp Joy is coming up, and I got myself some more mulled wine, even though I'm not quite out. Good morning, Debbie. All right, now I zoom back in a little bit. Oh, that's why I know why I zoomed out. I just want to see, this is how I keep my cardstock. They're just project pockets, and then I label them, and I keep my cardstocks in alphabetical order just so it's easy for me to find. My color ring is in like kind of rainbow order. Mary says the cardstock color name on the back of the cards, where can I buy them? Do you mean like these, Mary? I think that is just what Sarah Renee Clark has named those colors. I don't think it matches with any like company cardstock. All right. So I got that, and now let's move to this next one. I think I'll do Cherry Pop. Here we have our Cherry Pop. And this one down here at the bottom, it does call it purple. Okay, then we'll do orange, and I think this purple. So for the orange, I think I'll go pumpkin. There. And then finally, I'm going to go with this purple because it's kind of nice and bright. And or you know what? This eggplant matches this pretty well. Why don't I'm going to go ahead and use eggplant just for something different. I was going to use jelly donut for this, but I think that I use that, more frequently than the eggplant. All right, so now I have that. And as I start stenciling, I'll bring in the inks. But I did want to give you a heads up that like when I get my Tailored Expressions inks out, their ink pads, both regular and mini, and their refills are going up in price at the end of the week. Like I think now through Friday, they are staying the current price. So if you are trying to add to your collection or, just get some refills that you're missing, I hope that you'll check that out. I do have a link to some TE products down below if you wanted to check it out. I know for me, like I was looking to finish my refill collection, and refills are going up about 20%. So I definitely got in and got that. I see a question here before I move on. Rhonda said, did you make your color swatches or does TE sell those? Great idea for seeing all the colors. I did make those myself. I went through and so this is just a tag die that I had in my stash, and I hole punched each one of them. And the labels, I just had, some of those labels, I think there's like 80 or 100 to a sheet. And I typed in every single one of them in alphabetical order. So that's just what I use. Kind of handy for me. And then I did the same thing, but I just increased the font size for my project folders. All right. I am going to bring in my little laminated piece of background paper to do my stenciling. And I'm going to start, we're going to do the stenciling. So I'm going to bring back in my stencils, and I'm going to do, well, actually, you know what I should do first? I should probably cut down my cardstock, shouldn't I? Let's do that first. So for now, I'm just going to cut a piece of each of the cardstocks to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And we might trim these down a little bit later for the card front. I always like to keep some pieces. I keep my scraps in the same thing. I'm going to see if I can make one. No, that won't work. So I'll cut that one. Yeah, but I find it handy to just put that right back in there so I know exactly where some scraps of my color will be. And I'll cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which this should already be. Yeah, 5 1/2. Next up is pumpkin. Let's see what I got here. Got to make the best use of those scraps, right? If you love to use your scraps, go ahead and give me a number 1 over there in the chat. Because when you're paying, like I used to only just buy my colored cardstock at Michael's, you know, because you can get those packs on sale. But then I wanted some to match my inks. So I make good use of this more expensive cardstock. And I see lots of you like to use your scraps as well. Awesome. If you are coming in late, please give this video your stamp of approval by clicking on that thumbs up button, maybe sharing with a crafty friend. And I'm just getting started. We just chose our color card, which was number 265, and we're going to do some monochromatic stenciling. Oh, so many of you like scraps. I love that. Mary said, where did you get your folders? If you said I missed it, I did not say, Mary, but I will make a note after the live to add it to the description box. I just got them on Amazon. I think they come in packs of 30. So I will add that. If I don't make a note to myself, you guys have to end up reminding me in the comments like days later. And thank you for that, because some of you, like last time I said I was going to add something, totally forgot, and somebody reminded me with a comment. So if I ever do say, oh, I'll add that later, and you're not seeing it, just put a little comment down there, and I will get it added. Looks like my mold one, I don't have any scraps big enough. Most of my cards, if I make them out of colored card bases, I do like top fold. So I like to start by, when I cut these in half, cutting them at 4 1/4. And that way I can still make this into a card base later if I want. Now we'll do some stenciling. And when I pick a stencil to go on my scrap, it doesn't really matter, you know, which color I choose. I'll just randomly grab one of the stencils. Now, this is slick because it's laminated. So I'm going to get out just a couple pieces of painter's tape here and take some of the tack off the back, because this painter's tape seems to be a little bit stronger than my usual. And I'm just going to tack this down so it doesn't wiggle all over the place on me while we're stenciling. Is anybody crafting along with me? I know that over on the Facebook group in the event, I gave you some ideas of what you might want to get out if you want to craft along. So if you're crafting, whether you're stenciling or doing something else, let us know. If you're just hanging out and watching, let us know that as well. All right, I'm just going to grab this one first for my cherry pop. And I don't want to make the center dark, so I am going to use this as well. Should have kept out. Okay, I'm going to just tape the stencil to the back of my piece of cardstock. I'm going to try to center it as best as possible here on that open area. And then I'm going to add to the back of this piece some ATG, take a little tack off with my fingers, and just set that in the opening. And again, that's just so I don't get like a dark circle of ink there. And now for my red, I'm going to bring in my red brush, and then, oh, I don't know if you can kind of see it. So this was one of my Christmas presents. It is from Stampin' Storage, and all of my inks are in alphabetical order, and they just rotate around. I love this thing. So I'm going to look for the C's for Cherry Pop, and here we have it. Now this one I have, it fits this size ink pads and the mini ink cubes. See, some people are crocheting, some are working. All right, be careful if you're working and watching. And oh, Barbara is crafting along, watching from doctor's office. Awesome, awesome. I'm so glad that you guys are here. So here's my Cherry Pop ink. Zoom in a little bit. And now I'm just going to ink blend over those openings. And you can keep ink blending until it's as dark as you would like. You do want to make sure, you can see that background image. Since it is tone on tone, it might be a little bit harder to see the watermark look if you go too light with the ink. Uh-oh. I guess my little tacky ATG did not work there. I better hold that down. Bye, Beth. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, Sandra said she just bought the carousel. You'll have to let us know if you've received it or if you just bought it and still waiting for it to get there. I was super excited for mine. Now, like 2 days after I bought mine, they started selling it in like white instead of just the natural wood like I got, but I think I'm okay with it. I lifted the stencil up to kind of see what I thought about the color on the background. So see, it's just a very, very light, but you can see that I have different shades of the red. So I do want to try to get them all about the same shade. So I'm going to go in the lighter areas with my brush again. Ooh, Sandra got the one assembled. Nice. You have to let us know when it finally gets there what you think. And if you have like the Kallax system or whatever this thing is, these shelves are called from IKEA, it fits in there like a glove. Julia S. Crafty Owl, I may have missed it. Where do you get the Stampin' Storage for your ink pads? So that is actually the name of the website, Stampin' Storage. I think you spelled it perfectly. I can add the carousel to afterward, the carousel that I get. They sell them for like different ink pads as well, like the Tim Holtz ones, and they sell it for Stampin' Up. So usually no matter what ink you have, they have a holder to fit it. There we go. All right. I'm going to leave that one as is and set it to the side. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, this tape is a little bit stronger than my old stuff. It did tear the back of my cardstock a little bit. You know what? That's the back. Nobody will know. Now, since this is laminated, that ink will pick up. So I am going to try to clean it off here. Oh, there we go. How to find my rag. Oh, Judy, I hope you're doing okay. Now, red ink does like to stain. You'll see that here. I am going to try, though. And, you know, as long as it wipes up, you know, like what Can Wipes Up does, it'll be fine for more stenciling. But let's see. This Stamper Spritz from Tailored Expressions sometimes works magic. So I'm just going to spray that on. I use this and what is Dawn Power Wash when I clean my stencils. Let's see if it brings up any more. Look at that, you guys. It wasn't bringing any more up with just the water, and then it cleaned all of that up. Sometimes, too, if you have really stained stamps, it helps. But look, it's almost like new. Ooh, Danetta's doing some Valentine's. Awesome. I'm just going to dry it off and then grab my next piece of cardstock. This is the Mulled Wine. And then I'm going to do this kind of delicate background on that one. And I'm going to go ahead. I have some other tape that I've been using. I'm going to go ahead and put a piece at the bottom too. I did find my stencil lifting up. And now, let's see. This is probably my red brush that I want to use for Mulled Wine. So I just use a tea towel. I'm going to clean off that bright red ink just so I don't get it on my Mulled Wine pad. Not that you would probably be able to see it, but just to be safe, right? So I just kind of do circular motions until it looks like it's coming off clean. And then look at this pretty, you know, pretty colorful tea towel I have here. I do throw it in the wash every once in a while, but it usually does not clean up that well. All right. And our Mulled Wine. Now, I've told you this is one of my favorite ink colors. Let me know some of your favorite ink colors, no matter what company they're from, over in the comment section. I've also found from Tailored Expressions, I like the blue corn. It's kind of a blue that matches the Mulled Wine nicely. But yeah, let me know some of your favorites. All right, bye, Lisa. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to, if you are coming in late, I mentioned it. Oh, part of the stencil didn't get punched out, so I got to take that out. If you come in late and you're going to be here at the end to win one of my cards today, you'll want to make sure that you get caught up so you're live with us. You can do that by watching at maybe 2 times speed, or just going ahead and jumping to the end and coming back later to see what you missed. That way you don't miss the giveaway. Rich Razzleberry Vicky. Is that a Stampin' Up one, I think? And is that like a bluish color or a pink color? Sometimes the blues and pinks surprise me with what they're called. All right, let's see. I guess you can track me here with my fingerprints. I think I want to do a little bit more at the top. But this is looking pretty good. So we're just making a set of cards today with the new stencil of the month, which Spellbinders does send me this to use, but their clubs are usually very reasonably priced. I should have looked before what this cost. I have in the past subscribed to their Stamp and Die of the Month club and enjoyed it for months. Uncharted Mariner. Ooh, I like that one too. That is a nice color. Oh, yes, Jelly Bean Green. All right, thanks for stopping by, Danny. All right, so we're going to stop with that one there. Again, just kind of a tone-on-tone look. And again, this is tearing the back. And I think I'll go ahead and let's see. This one usually stains a little bit worse. Let's go ahead and spray some of that on there and see if it will help. Oh, yeah. Cleans it right up. Oh, and I've got it all over my fingers too. So before I go, well, I guess none of these colors are very light, but I want to clean off my fingers as well. Teresa, welcome. She says she loves peacock feathers. I don't know if I know. Oh, wait, is it pink? Is that one pink maybe? Okay. Next, we have our orange. I'm going to do this one, and that is pumpkin. And I can put away my red brush now, but you know what? Because I use such a dark color, I'm going to go ahead and pre-clean it for next time because I don't always do that at the beginning. So I don't want to have a dark, ink on here and then do like a light red. Light red next time. A bright blue. Ooh, I might like that too then. Okay. I'm going to get out my orange brush and just get my stencil ready in the same way. So you could really bring out any background stencils you have to do this. You could spend all day like doing one of each of your background stencils. Does anybody else's arm get tired when you do a lot of ink blending? Sometimes it feels like you've had a workout. Oh, I got some. Judy. Judy says, did you make your own stencils? Judy, if you're referring to these are the new Spellbinders Stencil of the Month that I am using today. Paula says the Spellbinders site says the stencil club is $14. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much, Paula, for checking it out. So I got 4 stencils for $14. Well, sorry. Let me rephrase that. I didn't have to pay for them. Spellbinders did send to me. But these 4 stencils would have only been $14. Sometimes you pay, what, $6.99 for a 6x6 stencil, like a single one. So I think it's a pretty good deal. If anybody in the chat does get any of their clubs, let us know. And Connie said, what kind of blenders we'll be using? Connie, are you talking about what I'm using? I use Tailored Expressions blender brushes. Now, I used to use Waffle Flower Crafts. Loved them. I keep those now for my Gina K inks. But because I make videos for Tailored Expressions, I have to use their blender brushes, and I'm using their inks. So I just stick with this set. But I love my Waffle Flower Crafts ones too. Okay, Judy's in a couple of the clubs. Stamp and Die and the large die. Teresa feels me on the stenciling, being in pain afterward. Yes. Oh, Teresa. Different Teresa. She has a Stamp and Die in the Embossing Folder Club. Oh, I would like to have that embossing folder club. I love a good embossing folder. I might actually look into ordering that one on my own. But are a lot of them like 3D stencils? I need to figure out how to use those. I know that at Virtual Stamp Joy, which if you're going to Virtual Stamp Joy, type capital VSJ over in the chat. That is coming up. I think it's like the first weekend in March. It's hosted by Tailored Expressions Online. That is actually something I completely pay for myself, even though I am on their team. I love their products and I love their events. So I have been doing that since before I was a design team member. And even when I get kicked off, hopefully not, I will be doing their events. They're so much fun. I don't know if I'll be able to finish 4 cards today, guys. What have I already kept you? I can't tell. 45 minutes. So, ooh, I like that one. This might be my favorite one, you guys. That is pretty. Bring in my next blender brush, but just for fun, I want to see with the orange what, okay, the water takes this one off pretty well. It's usually those reds I find that stain badly. Now there is, oh, my fingers are getting all over. Blending looks complicated. It's, hold on, Cheryl, I hope I'm not butchering your name. I'm thinking it's Cheryl. But I have found when it comes to blending, practice makes better, right? Like with anything else. And start off with a light hand. I used to always go in right away and just try to get the paper as dark as I could. And then I would always have those big dark splotches. Well, you can always add ink, but you know that you cannot take it away. And yes, here Teresa says, sticking to one color. Yeah, that would help in the beginning too. I hope you'll keep giving it a try. All right, so there is still some orange left on here. Oh, and on my fingers, getting all over the place. So I don't know if you can see it, but I am just going to spray that to get it clean. Let me know if you want a link to this cleaner too after I'm done. I have found it to be a real helper. Oh, wow, Nancy. Look at that. She gets everything except the stencil and better press. It's the total package minus the card kit they discontinued. She would like the stencils. Awesome. Yeah, that is, I have some better press stuff. In fact, I have quite a few. I don't get that club and everything I have paid for, but I don't think I've tried it yet. It's one of those things that's a little intimidating to me. But one of these days, maybe that'll have to be a Crafty Tuesday. I'll have to force myself to get that out. All right, so this final one is Eggplant. And this one, they'll just be stenciling on the bottom and the top. Okay, there are more pieces I need to punch out of here. So I have found that with some of their more delicate stencils. So keep an eye, when you get yours, keep an eye out for that if you need to. kind of punch out anything that's still in there. Teresa said that she just got a Cricut Joy Extra and she hasn't opened it because she's intimidated. I have to say that's usually what intimidates me the most too, are some kind of a tools, and especially electric or electronic ones. I hope though that you give it a try, Teresa. If we spend our money on it right, we want to use it. Let's see. Oh, hello, Katie. Katie says she loves these colors. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure if you've been here since the beginning because I haven't got to see every comment or person who came in, but this is the card that we're using, so it helped me choose those colors. And while I'm thinking about it, Katie, if you notice next to her name and next to a lot of friends' names in the chat, she has a little icon with a number or maybe an icon with the word new, and those are my channel members. So they support me each month here. I have memberships starting as low as $1.99, and you get perks and you help support me, keep me here crafting on YouTube, and most importantly, sheetload of cards. You help me keep that free for all subscribers. If you're ever interested in learning more about the perks of channel membership, I do believe Nightbot has put a message over in the chat, but I always have one down in the comment section. All right, I think we're good on that one. And I'm just going to set this to the side now. I won't make you watch me clean it because you have seen that enough already. I will clean that later. That's how I usually, oh, I need to clean my fingers though, because I just saw I got some on the card where it shouldn't be. Judy here, I just saw this. Hope this is the right one. That is Judy, but I'm trying to find. Sorry, I got to find it in two different places. Well, Judy said that she has stencils. Oh, no, that it was in there. Sorry. So stencils from the Ton. Yes, if you have never checked them out, they make layered stencils, usually florals, that look almost real. They are so gorgeous. And now what I'm going to do is bring in my die cutter and scraps of all of these same cardstocks. And we're going to cut those. For these cards are really monochromatic. So like this one, I'll cut an eggplant high, which if you're joining us late, this is the die I'm going to use for my words. It is a stitched word die, but you don't have to stitch. And I'm going to be using the colored cardstock for the letters themselves. And then there's a shadow that I'm going to use some vellum. That way it helps it stick out from the background or stand out from the background. Bring it back in my cardstock again. And for this one, I want to kind of find a scrap on the smaller side that will still fit my letters. Because again, we want to make the most of those scraps. Judy got a magnetic mat. I have been looking at those glass ones, but with all my studio lights, I think it would like interfere with my videos, but they do look so awesome to have. I'm going to see if I can. Yes, that scrap will work for that. Don't forget, if you do have any questions or comments specifically for me, to tag me or type Alicia or Crafty Owl all in caps so I can see it easily. I think that should work. That might be a little small. All right, bringing in my handy die cutter. I still need to heat up my magic mat a little bit and flatten it back out. It's a little bumpy. And because these do have the stitching details, I'm going to run it forward and backward through here. Hopefully help me get that out. Oh goodness. I'm going to have to sit here and poke out all those centers, aren't I? All those little holes, or we might leave those in. I don't know. Ooh. I didn't even think about that in time-wise. I don't want to make you guys sit here with me all day. Oh, and I see that Nightbot is telling you to check out the Beautiful Blooms bundle. That was probably from a previous live I did, so you can ignore that. Yeah, sorry, I did not shut that off. Good morning. If you didn't know it, Crafty Days is my sister, Lisa. Are you supposed to be working? Are you on a break? Or maybe don't say. Okay. All right. So at the top here, it didn't cut all the way through, probably because I put it in straight. So I'm going to angle it just a little bit and set that die back in the opening and run that back through. I do want to make sure that it stays where it should. So there's a little removable tape. There we go. And there it came out just great. All ready to go. Welcome, Mary. Just a reminder that if you do come in late and you're here at the end for the giveaway, or you want to be, go ahead and speed it up or jump to the end, or jump to where we're live at. That way you don't miss out on getting in for the giveaway. Okay, some of these holes are coming out. We might start with these later colors first, since I don't have to poke out every single hole. And maybe I'll finish a couple here on camera and share the final cards over on my Facebook group, because I think 11 is probably a good stopping point, unless you guys are like really up for seeing them all. I always think that these projects are going to take less time. But then I think, oh, it'll be an hour. And then it's all of a sudden an hour and a half and I'm still going strong. Welcome, Cindy W. All right. I get my dies put back where they go so I don't lose them. I think it was Judy said that she likes her mat because of that. It's magnetic. Yes, that would be very awesome. I do have a little magnetic tray here next to me that I usually put them on, but right now it's buried in stuff. Because while my desktop that you see might look nice and clean, what's around it is a little bit of a hot mess. And now from this large die, which is the shadow, I got out some scraps of vellum, and I have 3 different weights. This is my 28-pound vellum. So it's my medium weight that I have. And that one has a little bump in it. I'm going to do this one. And now here we have a little, oops, didn't need to pull that in. Here we have a little shadow then. Love that. I love word dies that come with shadows. And no. Robin says, can't be a crafter without being a hot mess. I might have to agree with that. It does get a little bit hot messy around here. My sister likes to call areas of her craft space that are more disorganized hot spots. I love that. I have quite a few hot spots down here in my craft room. Trying to get 2 more of these on this piece. Cross my fingers. Tina, sometimes my whole room is like a complete hot spot too. I actually spent like a whole weekend around Christmas like working down here, and it was looking pretty good, but I never quite finished. I never finished, getting everything cleaned up. So now it's just gotten messy again. But Lisa, Crafty Days, is hopefully coming to see me in March for virtual Stamp Joy. So I will definitely have to clean up my area so we can both create down here. All right, that's not going to work. So we are going to have to use the one that has, it just has like, it's very hard to see, a little fold mark. But you know what? That'll probably be covered up by our letters that are cut out. So we're going to go on. Thank you, Tina, for your stamp of approval. Thanks for giving this video a thumbs up. That helps me reach more crafty people who might like to come and join us. All right. Now, I want to cut down. I think I'm thinking out loud here. That happens a lot here. I want to cut down my stenciled pieces so that I can put it on a card base. And I was thinking, do I want to use a rectangle die? But I'll just cut those out with my trimmer. That way I don't have to, because I didn't think about getting that out ahead of time, and now you guys won't have to watch me do that. I wish I had, Danny and I were talking that, I know she's gone now, but that I need somebody maybe to like help me here from time to time with stuff. And she's like, figure out a way I can help you and I'll come for and help you for a live. And I couldn't. Well, now I know maybe she could have punched out all these little holes, right? Need a hole puncher outer. I think I am going to only take the time to do 2 of these, and I will finish the other ones off camera, like I said, and just post pictures on Facebook, because this could take forever. I used to have one of those tools that you could like run over, have like a spinny brush on the end, and mine fell completely apart. One little hair came out and then they all just fell out. So that would probably help if you had that. So I think I'll finish the mulled wine and the purple. Or that way you can see some finished cards. And then when I give the card away later, the person, the winner can choose which color they would want. And then if they choose one that's not finished, then they just won't see it finished on camera, but it will get finished to send to them. You do have to be present to win a card. Thank you, Judy. She said if she lived closer, she would be helping me. Thank you. That would be nice. Oh, that's a good idea. Laura said you might try a lint roller. You know, if my lint roller was not upstairs, I would give that a try. But I would have to find it first. And what did I say? Oh, I think I said the purple one. Now I can't remember which 2 I said I would finish. Welcome, Diana G. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a channel member. Sandy said she's really digging the mulled wine color, although purple is still her favorite. I don't know, Sandy. The mulled wine, it's very close to my high school mascot colors, which were maroon and gold. Maybe that's why I'm kind of drawn to it, you know. Kind of memories. But yes, I love that color. And again, you all can ignore Nightbot about the Beautiful Blooms bundle. But please don't ignore Nightbot when it asks you to give it your stamp of approval or check out the perks of channel membership. And, you know, if you like this idea, definitely you can replicate it with dies and stencils you have in your own stash. So many of us have these big word dies. I will have to, I'll have to maybe just grab myself an extra lint roller at the Dollar Tree next time I'm there to just keep down here. Because I think I saw once, like they have little mini ones too. I wonder if those would work as well. Anything to avoid this. if you are going to join us, speaking of like having things ready or using stuff from your stash, if you are going to join us this weekend for Sheet Load Live and you kind of want to craft along, I know I said it earlier, but in case people are coming in, you might want to go ahead and just pre-cut your pieces for a sheet load. That is going to be our plan, and then we'll put some cards together live with you. Some of us might switch it up or do different things with the sheet load. Others are just going to use the sketch pretty much as is. I have not decided yet what I am going to do, if I'm going to switch it up or just do some more cards. Michelle, the brayer is kind of like the lint roller. I would have to go find it. And I don't know. Would it work without being sticky or pokey? I'm not sure. Tina, I have heard about the dryer sheet. Like, I think you're supposed to cut it at the same time, like put it maybe between the die and the paper. I have tried that and it did nothing for me. I probably am doing it wrong because a lot of people have suggested that. So maybe in the, some of them come out when I flick them, Lisa, but not all. I guess I could have flicked out as many as possible, but I'm almost done with the 2 colors that I'm going to do. So here we go. I will save the cherry pop and the pumpkin for off camera. But now we can see just some different ones. So I'm going to bring back in these 2, and I'm going to put behind these. Okay, I want your guys' help. I'm going to put a pole up. So I'm going to cut these down just a little bit. And then for my card base, I want to know okay, so the options, hold up, I got to get the options for the pole are gray, so I would do a gray card base for each. Or should I do a monochromatic card where I cut the same color cardstock, but because there's no stenciling on the card base, you will see a small edge in the same color. So let's go back overhead, and I'll give you a couple minutes here to let me know what you think. A gray card base behind each, or monochromatic. I see I put monochromatica, but that was not what I meant. So either the same color behind, or I forgot to start the timer, so I'll just give you guys some time, or gray. So here, kind of see what that would look like with a small gray border. Or let me know. I'll give you about another minute. It's pretty close now, guys. It's almost 50-50. So get your vote in. While you do that, I'm going to have a drink of water. Or we have I'll get out some there we go. Hopefully that gives you an idea there. Tina, I think when I zoom in more, it gets a little bit darker down here on my desk. Because when I zoomed out, I noticed the colors look a little brighter. All right, 10 more seconds, guys. It is close, close, close. And the poll. And the winner is, which I'm going to be patient, 53 to 46, so it was close. The winner is going to be monochromatic. All right. Which I think I have a piece all cut and ready for these. So that is good. And later too, I will put some white cardstock on the inside of these so you can easily read the personal message. This is thicker cardstock, the Tailored Expressions. So I do always like to use my Score Buddy so I can get a nice fold without it cracking the edge. I usually score like 3 times just to help kind of break those fibers there. And when I fold, I've always been told the worm, so the bumpy side, goes on the inside of the card. And now we have our card base. I said I would post all the photos in the Facebook group later. If you are not a member of the Facebook group, in the description box below, all the way down at the bottom is a link, and you have to agree to the group rules and answer the questions, and it will automatically let you in if you have done that. If you don't, then it will. I think it sends you one reminder that you need to do that, and then it denies your request. So make sure you do that. Now, Facebook has been acting up lately, and I even ran into this, that when I went to try to join a group, sorry, I got my mat I need to move. When I went to try to join a group, it had questions for me to answer, but it wouldn't actually let me type in. I don't know if it was like a mobile device kind of error. So if you find that that's happening to you, you can reach out on Facebook and let me know that you have applied, and then I can go in and approve it. But otherwise, it's just an automatic thing. Okay. I want to be able to see some of the border since we did choose the monochromatic. So I'm going to cut 1/4 of an inch off each edge. So our piece of cardstock will end up being 3 3/4 by 5. And I get a lot of questions about this trimmer. It is my favorite one I have ever had. It does, it's a rotary trimmer and it folds out. I like it because the ruler is black on white, so it's easy to see. The rotary blade lasts a long time. And like 5.5 inches isn't cut off, which on some of my trimmers they have been. But unfortunately, this trimmer is no longer made. I hope Fiskars will come out with something similar. So here we go. See there. And I'm going to do the same thing for this one. It doesn't cut as good when it's folded like this, but this is just quicker. Sometimes, like especially if I have cardstock up here, it won't press down hard enough, and you know, like cut through. But as soon as you open it up, it does. All right. Now I'm going to use my Barely Art liquid glue, thanks to my friend Karen, and I'm going to put my words together. Maybe I should have done this before I cut, and it would have given this time to dry. Because this is clear glue, I'm going to try to be careful and not get any glue where the openings are, but it won't really matter because it dries clear, so even if it does squish out a little. So I'm going to make sure to get behind all those solid areas and around the edges. Just want to make sure that it adheres to the vellum nicely. now, because I have my shadow, all I have to do now is center the H on this shadow. So also, because I'm using some liquid glue, have some wiggle time to get it as straight as possible in there, or as centered as possible. And I like to press down usually with something flat, like a clear block, to help make sure that that glue adheres to the back. Yes, you can still buy the blades, and even like mine has a cut bar that I have to replace usually every 3 to 4 months. Those are still available. They just don't sell this specific trimmer anymore. And I know sometimes like Joann, they will have a sale and I buy as many cutting bars as I can, because I am afraid that they're going to quit making those if they don't do rotary trimmers like this anymore. All right, I'm going to set that to the side under a block and get out another one and do my purple. And my watch tells me it's almost time to stand, not knowing I have been standing right here in almost the same spot since 9:30. But thank you, Mr. Watch. Anybody else have a watch who tells them what to do all the time? Like, get up and move. Now, that one I probably should listen to sometimes. Hello, Helga. Thanks for stopping by to say hi. I hope you're feeling a bit better. Actually, I had pressed that down before I was ready. It wasn't quite centered in there, but again, because it is liquid glue, I can still move it for a little bit. I see a lot of us have bossy watches. Yes, my bladder tells me when to get up a lot as well. Okay. Ooh, Paula's stencil is on the way. Awesome. I hope you'll give this idea a try or share something fun. I'm not sure if I have one yet. Yes, I do. In the Facebook group, you can only share photos in albums, and I'm pretty sure that I made one for Crafty Tuesday. So if you're inspired by anything that you see me make during a Crafty Tuesday live, like if you get your Spellbinders stencil of the month and you use it and make at least 2 projects with it, put that photo or those photos in that album in the Facebook group. And also, if you make a sheet load, I have an album for each month, so you can easily go get inspiration and share your cards for whatever month that you just used. Oh, Helga, I'm glad to see that you're doing a little better each day. I've been thinking about you lots. All right. We'll let those sit to the side, and I think we'll go ahead and get our card base, or our card fronts on the card bases. So this is just going to be a simple using my ATG, which, by the way, I do have a discount code for the refills down in the description box. Right now, the discount code, I think it saves you 10% off. It's good through the end of March. I am hoping that I've had enough crafty friends use the code that they will extend it past it. Now, I don't get affiliate sales or anything from the company, but I just wanted, because I really do love Tape Jungle. I've spent hundreds of my own dollars with them over the years. So I thought if I could get you guys a discount, if you have an ATG, that, hey, that's a bonus for you. But some products I do get affiliate sale, like affiliate commission from at no extra cost to you. But this link and discount code to Tape Jungle is seriously just a discount for you. And when I put on my pieces onto card bases, I like to do it upside down so I can see 3 edges. I try to get the bottom, or this is actually the top, but I try to get these even. Then I lightly put it down to see if it's even on the other end. And then if it is, I press it down firmly. Oh, Gloria, excellent. I'm the reason she uses Tape Jungle. Yes. And I've also heard, I personally haven't really dealt with like a customer service issue, but I have heard great things about their customer service. Like somebody said some of their rolls were wound backward, which happens. They reach out to the company replaced the whole order. I know my friend Danny, like when you go to order it, I'll go overhead. So inside, you have to make sure you choose the correct roll for your ATG. Some have less holes up here, I think. But I think Danny accidentally ordered the wrong one. In fact, I'm pretty sure I know she did. And she reached out and they took care of her and got it fixed so quickly. But yeah, definitely if you have an ATG, I would suggest trying them out. And now I'm going to bring in, let's see, my not so big blue roll of foam tape. This used to be huge. I get this off Amazon, and Tailored Expressions has some, but I like this because it's way economical and it cuts pretty easily with nonstick scissors, and the blue part comes off. This I think is probably, let me look here. I don't want to lead you astray. I think it might be the 3/8 inches wide. Yes, this is 3/8 inches wide, so not quite a half an inch. And now what I'm going to do, I want to pop my words up off the back. So I am going to add the foam tape, and I am going to try to make it right behind where the vellum is. Now, let's see. I'm trying to, you really can't tell any difference like when the foam's behind those openings. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. If that was a problem, you might want to just cut extra copies of the letter to pop it up. All right, I'm trying out some new scissors, new nonstick scissors from Amazon because I wanted some longer ones. I got 3 of these for like $9. I don't know yet if I recommend them, but 3 nonstick scissors for $9. I'm like, I've got to try those. And so far I've had really good luck with them, but I've only been using them for about a week. So just cut a couple smaller pieces here for behind my little circles. I love it. Teresa has asked Mona a question to help her out. That is one thing That is one thing I love about you guys over in the chat. You're so willing to help each other out and not afraid to ask questions and get some help. I love it. All right, this one was the red. So now you can kind of decide where you want to go. If you want the top, the middle, the bottom. I think for this one, because this one I'm going to put the high kind of in the area that it already has for the opening. So I want to do this one a little bit different. So I think I'm going to put it toward the bottom. So then too, some of the vellum hangs over where the cutoff stencil piece is. So one thing you do want to do if you have this tape, I always burnish the back well. I just press it down, and then it comes off so nice and easily. You don't have to fight with it. Well, okay, I take that back. These are very staticky, so they do like to stick to you, but at least they come off the foam tape nicely. And trick that I've seen some crafters out there use, I'm going to put some liquid glue on my foam tape so I have a little bit of wiggle room to move this around, because this tape is very sticky and it doesn't leave a lot of room for error. So let's see. Kind of all the edges to hang off just a little bit. Make sure it's nice and straight. There we go. All right. And then I probably will add some gems or baubles there later. And again, on the inside, I will put some white cardstock, and I'll probably put some more of that stenciling on the inside, just really lightly. And then on this one, do the same thing. As I'm kind of wrapping up here, we will do the giveaway here in a minute. And it's a good time that if you have any, final questions for me, that you start getting those in. Don't forget to either put Alicia, Crafty Al in all caps, or tag me by start typing in @CallMeCraftyAl. That way I can see it easily. Make sure to plug up my glue. That little, it's getting harder and harder every day to get my little pin back in my glue bottle. Anybody else? Oh, I still needed that glue. Somebody should have shouted at me. Don't put it away just yet. You have another word. Because that helped nicely, having that little bit of wiggle time here by using the liquid glue on the top. Can adjust it a little bit if I need. Oh no, Cindy's poking herself with the pin. I haven't really done that, but I like push it down thinking it's in the opening or in the nozzle, and it is not. It just goes right at the side of the bottle. All right. Move it over just a little bit, and see that liquid glue helped me be able to pick that up to move it over. I'll have it look at me so I can see if we're straight. I think that's good. All right, guys. So again, I will finish these probably before I have lunch. I'll try to get all of them done and get a picture posted this afternoon on the Facebook group, which if you want to join us there, check out the very bottom of the description box. Speaking of the very bottom of the description box, so if you are one of the winners today, there is a link almost all the way at the bottom to a form you have to fill out to claim your card. This is only to be filled out if you are a winner. The reason I moved it to the bottom is I think some people were getting confused that that was the way you entered to win the card, because I have had some people fill it out who didn't win the cards. So I'm hoping by moving it further down, it's not as like in your face in the description box. If you do win today, I would suggest going ahead and filling out that form as quickly as possible. You will have to know your username here. So it's whatever name shows up on the screen when I do the drawing here in a little bit. And then you'll give me your email address, your shipping address, and then you'll describe the card you won and the date you won it on. So that's kind of why it's better to go ahead and fill it out right away. Sorry, I've been talking for too long. I need a little sip. So, yeah, please only fill it out if you win the card. So let's go ahead. Should we talk about that? So I will put all the colors here. So the winners can choose from any color they want, okay? So if you are the winner, I'm just going to, okay, that's hard to see. If you are the winner, you'll let me know which color you want. And I would like you to tell me that while we're live here, okay? Because I will write your name on your card if I could find my sticky notes. Oh, yeah, here they are. And again, I will, this afternoon after lunch, after things settle down, I will add more products that I've used today down in that description box if you want to check anything out. Some of them will be affiliate links, which means I get a little bit of the money at no extra cost to you. If you are ever watching any of your favorite crafters and they have affiliate links, it is always greatly appreciated when you use those. And you don't even have to use it for the products that they list below. So let's say you like this purple ink from Tailored Expressions, but you also maybe like one of their other stencils. You can click on the ink link, Poet, and get to their site, and you can still add that stencil and I get credit for it. So if you could ever use those, you know, it lets your creator know that you're liking what they use. And, you know, it just, like for me, it helps me buy more goodies to create with here. Okay, so you'll let me know. Red, you can call this maroon or mulled wine, purple or orange. If you would like to be entered to win the giveaway, you are going to type hashtag Crafty Owl in the comment box one time. You do have to have the hashtags. There are no spaces, and make sure it's spelled like it is on screen. Hashtag CRAFTYAL. If you do notice that you type it in incorrectly, do type it in again correctly so you get your credit. But you don't need to type it in 10 times because you won't get 10 entries. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to get that typed in. And then once it settles down, go ahead and throw in those final questions into the chat for me. And also, after you get your Crafty Owl in there, if you haven't yet given this video a thumbs up, I would appreciate that. Maybe share it with a friend. All right, got 37 people so far wanting to get in on the card. All right, we've got about 30 seconds. Make sure it looks exactly like it does on screen. Madeline, make sure to get that Y in there in Crafty Owl. Thank you. I did see some of you gave me that stamp of approval. Thank you very much. All right, a couple seconds. I will make sure that it has stopped. I'll give it about 10 more seconds here. Oh, yeah, Tina, check yours too. All right. We'll see, about 10 more seconds here. Sorry. Hopefully our couple friends will get it fixed. We're at 40 right now. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do the drawing. And congratulations goes to, and even though you don't see your name on the screen, everybody who entered correctly is in the drawing. Nancy Fleming. Nancy, let me know which color you would like. And if you didn't win that time, stick around. We're going to do one more drawing. So if you didn't get your hashtag in correctly, you still have time to get it in. If you did get it in correctly, if you did type it in correctly, you do not need to retype it for the additional drawing. So Nancy, please let me know which color you would like. And I love how you're all congratulating Nancy. Nancy would like mulled wine. All right, now I'm going to draw for one more since I made cards today. How do I share this now? Here we go. So, I'm going to give you 30 seconds, 30 more seconds, those of you who might have had to fix yours, to get in, okay? I want to make sure everybody has a chance, especially if you've been here the whole time with me. I definitely want you to get that in. And let's see. I know that I can pick a second winner here. Let me see how I do that. Okay, I found it. I see Jeanette got her color cubes ordered, and she told somebody else she did too. Oh, C. Johnson purchased them. Awesome. I think you guys will love them. They do have different bundles. They have digital versions too. I just really like having those cards in my hand. Kind of the same that I really like when I do get to read. I really like having an actual book. I can get into like streaming music, online banking, but for some reason when I read, I like to have that book in my hand. All right, let's go ahead and do that drawing now. Pick another winner. Congratulations to Bonnie K. Bonnie, please let me know which color you would like. Mulled wine is already taken. And don't forget, guys, when you do claim your prize, that the username should be what shows on screen. So if Bonnie would type in the name that shows up now. All right, so Bonnie, if you'll let me know what color you want. There's red, purple, and orange left. And do not remember, you do want to remember to fill out that form at the very bottom of the description box. If you do have any questions on the form, my email address is down there as well. And this is a good time. If you have a final question, get that in. You can type question in capitals all in front of it, and or my name. All right, Bonnie would like the red. Excellent. So Bonnie, if you're not a member of the Facebook group, you can stop by there later to see, and even Nancy, you can stop by there later to see what your finished card looks like once I get those all finished. Yes, congratulations to everybody. Thank you to everyone for staying here so long. Oh my gosh, an hour and 45 minutes. You guys are troopers. Thank you so much. If you have been here from 9:30 until now, put a high five or something over there in the chat. Like you deserve maybe an applause, because you definitely deserve it for being here the whole time. And if you have any final questions, I say I'll hang out for 2 more minutes to see if you guys have any final questions before I say my goodbyes. Paula's been here the whole time. Jody C. Awesome. Carol Reed says, sorry, mixed the wrong one. Thank you, though, Mom of C, to being here the whole time. Carol says, if I only purchase 1 box of color cubes, what do you suggest? You know, Carol, I haven't noticed a big difference between them. I guess if I only bought one, I would probably go with box 1, but I think they're both full of great photos. I think 1 box is $40 and both boxes are $67. So, yeah, I if you only get one, I would probably choose 1, but I think you're going to love either one. Let's see. Tina has a question. Crafty Owl, aren't you doing craft roulette? I did. Tina, you must have come in a little bit late at the beginning. I did kind of like some updates and recaps, and I did let everybody know that I am on craft roulette this Friday, and I have lots of videos linked in the description box below to get caught up, and craft roulette is one of those that you can go set a reminder to join us Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central. Jeanette says, thanks so much for all you do. Well, thank you, Jeanette, and thank you for your support as a channel member. By the look of your icon, Jeanette has been supporting me for over 2 years. Thank you so much. And I love it. I see so many like high fives and hands up over here that you've been here the whole time. I love it. And Melanie, it's fine. I might have been late to the party or skipped out a little early. I'm so glad that you're here. Yvette got her boxes last week. Speaking of Yvette, welcome, welcome. I also let you know at the beginning of the video that this Saturday, I'm starting a new live stream series on my channel, Sheetload Live. And Yvette is one of my first special guests, along with Toby, who you might know as Biddy Penny. And we're going to go live and create some stuff with the latest sheetload of cards. And again, I have that video linked down below so you can set a reminder. Molly says, thank you for your awesome ideas today. I'm glad you thought they were awesome. I hope that you will give them a try yourself. All right. Yes. Before I go, one last request for that stamp of approval. Give this video a thumbs up. If you have a crafty friend, family member who you think might like it, please share it with them. And guys, I think that is it. Thank you again so much for being here. I always have a great time. And again, Crafty Tuesday isn't every Tuesday, but I might see you again next week. So keep an eye out on my community tab for updates and reminders. Like I always say, guys, until the next video, I hope you're all having a crafty day. Bye-bye.